Hey, what's going on, guys? Looking for Mighty Reptiles. Here's my dad, and we are delivering our little guy right now. Our little banana het pied boy. He's cowering in the corner. He's super gorgeous, and he's going to a good home. And I want you guys to go check out his channel. We'll see him in a minute, and I'll give him an actual introduction. But let's get to it. So here's the little guy. He is just super gorgeous. Got the high white banana sides, and he's just really, really clean. No spotting yet. Actually, wait, no, take that back. There's one right there. His first spot. Yeah, super pretty. And he's got like this yellowish colored tongue that he's not flicking right now. Oh no, it's in focus now. Go, do it. Flick your tongue. Oh, he gave us a little taste. He's a tease. I don't think they're gonna let me vlog inside for obvious reasons, but we're going to actually meet where champions meet, right? This is where like real business goes down.
We've spent a lot of time here in both of our lifetimes.
So
Logan used to practically live here.
There we are. This is where it goes down. We're gonna meet in the ball pit and fight it out. All right, we just got back to the house, and since it was Chuck E. Cheese, I really didn't feel like being that guy that took out a camera in a place full of like just kids. So I thought that would make me look a little weird. But I still have not yet announced to you guys who it actually was. There we go, had a bird. There's another one. It went away. Okay, but let's see. It'll be backwards on my end. I don't know if it'll be for yours, but CplSotoReptiles was who ended up with a banana het pied boy. It was really nice to meet you, Javier, and you too, Nicole, and the rest of the family. It was just really cool to be able to sit and talk to you and just kind of talk about our collections and our plans. And I hope to continue doing business with you. And other than that, maybe we can do some collaborations now and again. They do have a YouTube channel. Make sure to check them out. I will have them down in the description if I remember. And if I don't remember, somebody please tell me, because I know I'm bad about that. So yeah. But other than that, me and my dad are really just having a recovery day. I have that sinus infection that I mentioned months ago, and then he's having a migraine, so I am just going to do some simple little video for you guys because the vlogs must go on. I'm going to do a little bit of updates, and then I'm going to hit something that has been asked a lot, especially from people who aren't snake people that just watch because they like pretty snakes. So I felt like I would explain a little bit of terminology, so it's a little less confusing for those who aren't actually in our little bubble. Alright, so, yeah. So here's Alaska, our little Mojave het pied girl that was paired with Dole, our banana het pied. And if you just look at her, she is just so solid. She is ready to go at any time, and she's got this glow going on. She used to be a really, really dark brown. As you see right now, she's rather bright. So super excited for these to come out. Come on, girl, you're gonna give us a bunch of babies? Yeah, look forward to this one for sure. All right, so I went and actually broke out a whiteboard for this one. I went off the same pair that we were just talking about, the Mojave het pied girl to our banana het pied boy. I'm only looking at one of the genes right now. We can actually expand upon this in a quick moment, but I just want to explain one thing that I mean, and that is het. And when we say different percentage of hets, what do we actually mean there? So, as you can see, I have the homozygous being the 2 T's with also the little 2 T's. And if you remember, visual recessives are 2 little T's, which means that they didn't have that double dose of the non-dominant trait. And then to be heterozygous, they just have one and not the other. And the big 2 T's means they just don't carry the trait at all. So in our thing here, we have a girl that's het for pied and a boy that's het for pied as well. So they both, as you can see on top, I have a big T and a little t resembling the dad, and a big T, little t representing the female. As you can see, this 1 out of 4 squares ended up being homozygous without the gene. And the one in the bottom, which would be visual, so 25% will end up carrying the trait visually. And then the other 2 right here are going to be carrying it, but they won't actually visibly be carrying it. Okay, there we go. And if you guys ever wondered what 66% or the 25%, or not 25, Logan's gone crazy. The 66 or 50% hets meant, as you can see, it is a het-to-het pairing, right? So out of the ones that were not visual, there's 3. There is 2 out of the 3 that actually carry the trait. Hence 66% chance that it actually carries. And then if we were to take out one of these, it would be 50%. And I'll explain that right now. So a 50% actually only comes around when one parent is a het and one parent actually isn't. There's no visuals involved because a visual would make all offspring 100% het because they only give off the little t, since they would end up being little t. And now as you can see, we have 2 big T's up here and a big T and a little t. So the bottom 2 are carrying it and the top 2 are not. So that's where we get 50%, because 2 out of the 4 babies would have that little t. And that's exactly where the 50% comes from. It's a very small difference, but it is just, that is what is the difference when you're purchasing a 66% versus a 50% het snake. So that way you can understand your pairings a little bit. And when we mention that something is het for something, that just means that it carries the trait. So even though that he just looks like a regular banana, he can reproduce something other than what he actually is, since he's carrying a recessive. He can also carry the pied gene, and when matched to a girl like our Mojave het pied, we have the possibility of creating banana Mojave pieds, just with a lower percentage chance of actually then having one of those being a visual. Alright, so I just went back over the footage and I realized that this part may be a little bit confusing, so I'm going to relate it back to people a little bit. So we all know that it takes a recessive to have blue eyes, and those who have blue eyes can actually come from parents who don't, and that is because those parents actually are recessive. They have one gene that isn't the blue eye gene, and then they have one that's carrying it, aka the big T, little t, and a blue eye would require having 2 little t's. So if both of your parents were to be carrying it this way and not have blue eyes, then 1 out of 4 of their children should have blue eyes. And other than that, if one were to be carrying it and one were to not, one would be, if one of your parents has blue eyes and one of them is carrying the gene, then half of their kids would come out with blue eyes. And then if they both have blue eyes, 100%, and then if one has blue eyes and one is not carrying the gene at all, then all of the offspring will just be carrying it non-visually. But then if their partner carries it and or has blue eyes, then their children will then have blue eyes. So it's kind of a weird string because the gene actually doesn't show itself, but yeah. And long story short, if one of your parents is showing the gene and one of them doesn't, consult your mailman. Alright, so one more term that you may not have known really the meaning of, this is more one that is actually used on Instagram, on Facebook, and in forums in terms of like hashtags and stuff like that, and that is ALS, aka when somebody actually says it all the way out, it is acts like super, and that is different gene combos that actually reside on the same allele, and their scientific name would actually be allelic, A-L-L-E-L-I-C. And it is, whereas she is a super pastel super cinnamon, where she's not going to have any normal babies because everything is at least going to get the pastel gene passed down. Whoa, she just freaked out. You're not supposed to wobble, girl. But they're also going to get the cinnamon, making all of her babies at least pewters. We have genes like the highway, or any of the mystic potions and all that complex where you have non-super forms of the blue eye lucius. So if you have a Mojave lesser, then all of your babies are either going to be lesser or Mojave, because those two ride on the same allele. So the only thing that they're able to pass down is one of those mutations. So there's a 0% chance of you actually getting a normal baby in there. So that's why it's really cool to have a breeder like our big boy over there. I don't know why I actually decided to point directly at his tub versus just in a general direction, but that is because he is a mystic Mojave, meaning that all of the babies are at least going to be mystic or Mojave. So whenever that female Mojave girl throws her Mojave out, we're 100%, we're having either her being a super Mojave from him, or a mystic potion being Mojave mystic, which are also going to be allelic combos except for the super. But That is exactly what that is. It's something that's weird. You got to learn each complex. When it comes to the highway, which is gravel, yellow belly, the other things in the complex would be asphalt and spark and specter, and I feel like I'm missing one other one. No, I think that's it. But yeah, so gravel, yellow belly, spark, specter, asphalt. I believe that's the 5. And then when it comes to fire, it's like fire, inferno, disco. But yeah, that's all it is. I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. But it's different combos like that where you learn that they actually cannot produce any normals, and that is really cool in terms of not having to worry about that and knowing a little bit more of what you're going to get out of the egg. So then when it comes to the Mystic Potion complex and all that, you have Mojave, Mystic, Phantom, and then there's Bamboo in there as well as Lesser, and Russo's, aka Het Russo, depending on who you're talking to. So yeah, Acts Like Super is a really weird thing. You're probably gonna have to look up the different genes that are associated with it. I still don't know all of them, but that's just the handful that I do. So yeah, on to the next thing. Alright, so I know I said that I had another one, but then I realized the only real things that I had were names of combos, so I think I'll get to that in later videos and just kind of step by step, just start with the base morph pastel, base morph fire, and just kind of go through our entire collection that way. But yeah, other than that, that's really it for today. I am just looking to hit the bed right now, but other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video if you guys enjoyed. Man, this thing's really taking over. But yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. We're doing the 1,500 subscriber giveaway right now, and we just passed 1,600 subscribers, so just huge thank you to all you guys. And who knows, maybe we're going to be having to announce the 1,750 subscriber giveaway by the time we announce it. So yeah, or by the time we announce the winner on Friday, so who knows. But yeah, if you are subscribed, 2 giveaways coming up, one right now and one coming up right afterwards, and then right back to it at 2,000. So yeah, no other reason to subscribe. Hit the notification bell to know when we upload. I'm doing my best to keep it daily. Other than that, just kind of, I'm trying to get at least 3 a week out. So yeah, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.